Oh, hi guys, how are we doing today? I hope we're doing well. I need to fix that. Okay, oh god, why didn't I think about how to do this before? How are we all doing today? I hope we're doing well. Oh no, we're at 29 again. Oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna continue our life, obviously, so I'm gonna transition over to that now. I gotta get this goddamn thing up. I love how scuffed these always feel whenever I do streams, and I'm like, you know, it's my fault. Okay, what's happening? Come on, buddy. Alright, let's click continue. I don't know where the fuck I should put my head. Anyway, there we go! All up. I hope we're doing well today, honestly. It's been a weird day. Oh wait, Bridgerton Season 3, Part 1 is out. Very excited about that. I had a fucking post ready for this, and I forgot to post it over on Instagram. It's fine. Anyway, from what we remember from our life, we're back in town. Our moms are celebrating their anniversary, finally, with a great big dinner party. We're back in town with our fiancé. I'm so excited for this. Oh, I just noticed we're at 29 followers, which makes me a little sad, but you know what? It's fine. We can always gain back the traction. Again, guys, remember, we are trying to hit 50 sometime this year, but as of right now, we are currently trying to get to 35 followers because I have a bit of a goal in mind. We are going to do at 35 followers because, I want to do this with you guys. We're going to do some Hogwarts house personality quizzes. We're going to figure out what my Hogwarts house is. And then we're going to figure out what your Hogwarts house is. It should be fun. So, I hope you have fun. I do really love my dating sims way too much. I think I'm lonely. I will say this. I've been very much getting into I've been going back down the whole fan fiction, and goddamn, people are hella horny. Was not expecting how I don't know, intimate and intense some writing could be, but damn, is it good and it can make me feel things. I actually cry quite a bit whenever I read angst, so I'm like, I'm not gonna read angst anymore, and then it always somehow shows up anyway, because you need good angst for a good story, I guess, because you're just like, no, I want good things to happen for us, and yet it doesn't. It's okay though. When good things happen after all that angst, it's relieving. But back to this dating sim. We're gonna have fun. Alright, so we're getting a pretzel. He looks so in love with us, and I'm so happy. Thank God this all saved. With that, you changed course to the pretzel stand for a snack break. Cove was very pleased by the morsel he picked up, and that was good to see. I love this for him. I love us being back in town having fun, yeah. Okay. The sun arched across the sky as you went up and down the road as a pair. By the time you returned to the beach, day was beginning to fade into night. I swear to God I could read. Please don't judge me. I hope we can get back to 30 soon. I believe we can. Honestly, it's just sad whenever I see the number goes down. I don't know why. It's okay. What's meant to be is meant to be, and those who want to stay will stay if they're enjoying this. It's fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's try to finish our life as much as we can. Who knows? I feel like we do have enough material to finish the week with this, and then next week we're gonna get I don't know, a sort of, I have what remains, so we're going to play that afterwards, but I don't know if it's going to be laggy or if the quality's not going to be great. How am I already kind of sweaty? This is insane. We're going to join our fiancé at the water, because that'd be nice. It's cute, or whatever. I don't know. Why don't I remember any of the things I want to tell you guys, even if nothing happens? Brain doesn't brain. I love this for me. Brain is not braining. And in seconds, you had your feet free and your shoes abandoned in the sand. You kept going until you were ankle deep in the water. Cove sighed contentedly. You followed his line of sight to the setting sun, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. It is very pretty, I cannot lie. It's a gorgeous background. It really Oh, okay. Yep, no, that... Ooh, involuntary response of what's happening. Oh, wait. You sit better here, dumbass. It really feels like summer now. He wore a bent smile when he turned to you. The light illuminated like a halo behind him, and the sight took your breath away. In fact, it's hard to think of anything that feels more perfectly summer than moments exactly like this. Being here at sunset and Sunset Bird with you. Aww. This is so sweet. Oh, I feel like I get way too attached to these characters whenever I do dating sims, but it's fine. Hey, if you ever have like a dating sim out there that's free, please recommend, because I love this shit. I do worry, finding a partner who is going to be okay with this. It's fine. I'm so glad we were able to come visit. I do like our living situation now over just being neighbors, but still. Agreeing with Cove, you made an okay sign with one hand. Right, that's the okay sign. Or would it be, no, because they would tell you if it was a thumbs up, right? Just, yeah, that would be it. That would be it. You felt your heart flutter in your chest? Why do I get so giddy about this type of thing? Somebody explain to me. Am I just really lonely, or is that's what's happening? I genuinely don't know. You felt your heart flutter in your chest. Fucking hell. You smiled. Your smile. I can't read today. Okay. Your smile quickly stretched ear to ear. No. Okay, I'm happy to. Of course, we would have ended up like this again, sooner or later. This is a wonderful day. I guess it's not so bad being back in the old neighborhood, or not. Now I'm gonna have something to say to this. I feel like that would be a good, it feels necessary. I want to respond. Honestly, as cheesy as it is, I think I'm gonna go with number 2 with, of course we would have ended up like this again, sooner or later. I feel like that, I would say that. I am quite a cheesy person, I realize, when it comes to romance and stuff like this, so it's like, of course I'm gonna go with this type of response, obviously. Oh, what is that at my feet? Oh my god! That is the backing of an earring. I will put that back later. You crossed your arms. Cove looked up from the sand, meeting your gaze with bent smile. It's inevitable. Cove murmured quietly. God, I know these are very descriptive words, but goddamn, it's hard to say. Oh my god. Okay. Losing himself in his thoughts again. Shortly after, you saw his hand shoot down into the sand. He stood back up with a lopsided smile and got to work brushing the sand off his prize. Huh? You knew without a single word. Cove found a new shell for your collection! Yes! We got another shell! I love this. I love these cheesy moments that we get to have. With how calm what's happening right now is, the music does not really feel to match. I like the music, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I don't know. It seems like a nice, quiet, cute moment, and this music feels a little hypey. I don't know. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. Anyway, as you wandered down the beach, Cove followed at your side in comfortable silence. Your shadows stretched across the sand like they were leading the way. The only noise you could hear from the were the soft footfalls of your feet and the waves gently rocking into the shore. For a moment in time, it felt like there were only the two of you in your own little world. I don't know why I'm struggling to read this, I'm not gonna lie. Eventually, the bubble popped when you realized that your phone was going off. It was Ma, hoping that you're going to be back soon. Curious, Cove's eyes slid down to your phone. You let your hand fall back down to your side. You held the phone pressed against the palm of your hand. It's Ma. She wants to know when we'll be there. Cove scratched the back of his neck and shook his head. His mouth twitched like he just had a funny thought. Why am I struggling to read? I'm struggling to read this out loud, and I can't explain why. I buzzed through so much shit. Right now I'm reading something that has like 89 chapters, and I'm like zooming through. This, though, I'm like, what words, English, I can't read. I don't know what's wrong. One day I'll figure it out, but not today. His hair is so messy. I just want to ruffle it. I don't know why. Dang parents. Always trying to make us come home before it gets too dark. You laughed. There's no escape from curfew as long as we're in this neighborhood. Parents are such a pain. It sucks that we have to leave already. Don't act like a little kid, or you shrug. I'm either gonna laugh at this, or I'm like, there's no escape. There's no escape. What do you think? I feel like number 2, there's no escape from curfew, is like, that's a good one. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with it. This should just be as natural to us as a normal conversation with people, right? So yeah. Oh, I clicked somewhere wrong. It's like we warped back into being little kids the moment we set foot at the entrance sign. Cove's nose crinkled in fake disgust as you both burst into a fit of giggles. It'd be nice to not have to worry about bills again. Oh, hell yeah. Sometimes. Man, worrying about bills and whatnot. Oh, here's something I wanted to say at the beginning of the stream. Fuck. I know that, right now, Smosh Games is having a live stream as well, for Creators for Palestine. It's a really great cause, considering the fact that, as of right now, unfortunately, U.S. government is very much funding a genocide halfway across the world. So it's nice to have a bunch of, like, big creators and whatnot coming together to try and do something nice. Like, do something good in the world, I did post it over on my Instagram story. I will post that again. So you can check out more stuff on there to see where you can donate, try to help out as much as you can. Or if you are on college campuses, you can try and protest as much as possible. Please don't get hurt. The last time we had something like this, organized protest for a lot of, young people, was for the Vietnam War, and that apparently is the reason why we have to, pay for education now. Because of the fact that, people got killed for protesting about what the U.S. government was doing at a place they should not be at. But, fuck if I know anything, right? But yeah, no, I found that out recently, and it made me very upset. I was like, well, if the U.S. government just learned how to not stick its nose in other people's business the way it shouldn't have, if it actually, cared about what its citizens genuinely want, I don't know, we probably wouldn't have been in so many issues the way we are now. But then again, fuck do I know, right? I'm only a 23-year-old living in America. Fuck if I know anything, right? Yeah, so sorry. I don't like getting political, but I'm like, I hate when this happens, man. We all suffer because people just want to, I don't know, do something that they shouldn't be doing, and it's not great. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just upset. I'm upset about it. After one last glance, you put your phone away again. Cove gave a small shrug. Ready? Yep. Let's go. Together you left the beach, feeling the call of home pulling you forward. The both of you ran off towards your mom's house, leaving the waves behind, but welcoming the beginning of summer. Cove and you ran up from the beach. Bleh. Oh, sand. So sorry. Ugh. Sand flying up from your steps. Cove made it to the house first, but you managed to catch up to him by the time you reached the house. It wasn't exactly a race, and yet it also wasn't not a competition. I don't like the way that was worded. That's hard. Both of you were laughing by the time you bumbled through the old front door together. You inhaled deeply and shouted loud enough to be heard anywhere in the house. "We're here!" Your moms were seated in the living room. Their eyes sparkled as they locked on you and your light dusting of sand. "Welcome home." Mom leaned forward, eyes raised at your jubilant entrance. Ma sighed wistfully. Oh, fuck. Sorry, Mom. Let me move. I'm down here! God, I have to move everywhere just to see everything. That brings back memories. Cove chuckled shyly as he scratched the back of his head. It's so cute. I hope we're not too late. Nope. You're just in time. But you better start packing it up. Liz will be waiting. Ma nodded as she stood up from her seat. She lightly... Bleh, bleh, bleh. I can read, I swear. Ma nodded as she stood up from her seat. She lightly ran her fingers over her clothes to smooth out the wrinkles. It took you a second to remember where you had put your stuff. You needed it to get all in the car so you can get everything back to your hotel. Can I help? You shrugged and directed him to your bags. Words. With Cove, your moms, and yourself on the job, it only took one trip to the car to get everything. Yay! Ooh. Aw, our moms are so fucking cute. I love them. Cove firmly closed the trunk, and you thanked everyone for the assistance. Of course, kiddo. Come along, my family. Let's get in the car. She gave Cove a special look to make it clear that that meant him. Cove climbed into the back seat with a decidedly touched expression on his face. You got in on the other side. He's part of the family, as if he wasn't already for his whole life, but still, let's be honest here. When everyone was situated and buckled, the engine was started, and Ma pulled out onto the street. You couldn't help but feel amused to be stuck in the back seat with Cove, your mom's driving you around. It really was like you were little kids again. Oh, this is cute. The fuck? Cove caught you staring at him and gave you a bent smile. He was probably on the same wavelength as you from the sheer mischief in it. There was some light chatting on the drive. No one brought up anything too deep, and it mostly became swapping jokey stories. Oh no. Ooh, that's scary. It's like, oh, what can you say about me? I hope it's good. I hope it's good. The entire trip was marked by a heavy sense of anticipation. Everyone was excited to see Liz and hear what she had been up to. Ooh, it's falling out. It's falling out. No. When you neared the airport, Ma pulled out her phone to call Liz. Ma followed the signs to the correct pickup area and asked you to shout if you saw your sister. Yeah, Liz, we're at Wing B. There's a blue sign that says North America. Tell her we're right in front of the building with blue windows. She says that she's outside, right by a yellow truck. I see at least 3 yellow trucks. I think they're doing work at the airport. The back and forth continued, with Ma driving around the wide circular airport road, while Mom attempted to coordinate between her and Liz's location. Aha! You lean forward, peering out the front of the car. A tall, poised silhouette pulled in a pale purple rollover suitcase behind her. It was definitely Liz. I wonder how our sister looks after all these years. I'm so excited. Ooh. Okay. She waved to the car. Ma parked along the sidewalk next to her, and Mom put her phone away with a cheer. Yay! Mission accomplished, team! So cute. Ma excitedly reached over to grasp Mom's raised hand, thrilled that both of her kids were back. That's right. Oh, so cute. Liz came closer and yanked open the back door beside her. She popped her head into the car, her smile ornery despite how tired she appeared. It must have been a long trip for her, yet her expression was that same familiar smirk that you had grown up with. Aw, cute. Love that. Hello, children. I'm back. Oh my god, she looks so good! Oh, hi! Hi, Liz! Hi, bestie! Oh, it's our sister. Hi! Why am I overly excited about this, man? Okay, I've missed you. You laughed. Liz! Welcome back. Rude. Oh, hey, grandparent who doesn't have any kids. Thanks. You too. I mean, have to say you're welcome. We love seeing you. I'm gonna hug. I love hugs. Don't you love hugs? Hugs are fun. You quickly unbuckled and launched yourself at your sister. She wrapped her arms around you and squeezed. Well, hi to you too, kiddo. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. I got it. I'll do it later. Sorry, notifications are annoying sometimes. Hello, sweetie. It's so nice that you're here. Hi, Elizabeth. He jokingly huffed at her. We're not children. Whatever you say, baby boy. Aw, cute. She turned her gaze back to Mom and Ma. You really know how to make someone feel appreciated. Her spirits were high. You could tell she was just as happy to be here as everyone was to see her. Oh, it's so hard to read. She left the door open, but ducked out to walk around the back of the car. She opened the trunk and lifted her luggage in. I'm gonna move your junk, guy. I'll keep it in front of my bag so you can get it later. Ma's dropping you off first, right? Yes, but that's not junk. It's important. Liz slammed the trunk closed without responding. It's like, I don't care. Bam! Liz swung around to the open door. You noticed that her hair had a few flyaways. No doubt from a long day of traveling. Man, I want to travel more. I mean, I don't really know what I would do, but I just want to travel more. It just seems like fun. But you know, you need time, money, and money. It's fine. I mean, we're having fun here. Bring you guys everywhere with me as long as I get to do stuff. Just missed this. Okay, she leaned against the frame of the car, giving you and Cove a significant look. I am not sitting in the middle. I already had 5 hours of that nightmare on the flight. There's no way I'm getting in between the two of you. I mean, really, who would ever want to be the person pulling Cove, Holden, and Guy apart? Oh, it's such a it's actually Honestly, we have not been apart since forever. So yeah, you know what? Yeah. Go ahead, tease. I think it's funny. Cove puffed up indignantly yet again at her classic tease of your relationship. Liz continued along like she didn't notice. I don't care how you decide who's scooting. I'm sure you can fight it. I can... Blah, 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 blah. I figure you can fight it out somehow. Cove glanced over at you and shrugged. He unbuckled his seatbelt and moved to the middle. Thanks, Cove. I guess I'll always have a bossy big sister. I'm sorry you're always in the middle, Cove. Some people just must get their way. Good job, I wasn't moving. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This just seems cute. Always. It's the law. It's more like Liz will never change. I mean, it's cute, don't you think? It's so cute. Exactly. Why would I need to? But honestly, why did that was so cute. It's like, who would ever try to tear you two apart? You've been together your whole lives. I'm like, I'm gonna tease you more as a big sister. It's real cute. I don't know why. That made me so giddy. What? With the window seat open, Liz squished herself into the car and shut the door. When everyone was settled, Ma began to pull out. We're off. I wonder why they sometimes say like different things than what the typing is. But maybe that's what the original line was, and then they recorded it and then decide, you know what, we're gonna change it. Sometimes I wonder it. I don't know for sure. Liz crossed her legs, compacting herself slightly. She braced most of her weight on the door behind her instead of sitting straight up. It gave her a little more room. Hopefully we finish the journey. This car is almost as old as we are. Liz! Liz! You scoundrel. Little imp. And it's still just as good as you are. All that complaining definitely means Liz's bow. We're the equivalent of this junker? Hey, I love this old car. Honestly, yeah. Aw, everybody happy. Oh, my God. Voluntary responses from body. Woof. You had spent hours there, sitting in that very seat. It had taken you so many different places. The car had good times, bad times, and so much in between. You really hoped that it kept running. It'd be bizarre if the car was ever sold. Aw, Kai, I mean, I'm a sentimental bitch. I have to. I just find small things really sweet. You know? That's why I like doing weird things together. I'm like, I don't care what we do. If we're together, I'm content, honestly. You could put me on in the background as like a nice little thing, not even pay attention to what on earth I'm saying or like doing. But you know, thanks for coming. I don't know what I'm saying. This is so stream of conscious right now. Like, genuinely speaking, if you ever meet me in person and say something that happened on stream, I cannot tell you a goddamn thing, alright? I'm just like, oh, I did that? Huh. Didn't mean to, or like, huh, that's interesting. Why'd I do that? But you know, that, it happens. Alright, okay. How touching. I mean, yeah. I like cute little things like that. Hell, I still kept, like, like, my sister got married, right, during 2020. Well, 2021. And I still kept the little table card that she wrote out. It's just like a memento. I can throw this out. It's just a piece of paper, but I'm like, I like keeping it. I like the memory. I think it's nice. It's sweet. I also just kept a bunch of decorations from that, too, because I'm like, I'm not throwing away these lamps. These are cool. But, you know, maybe I shouldn't be as sentimental as I am about certain things. It'd be nice to be able to throw shit away. I don't know. Mom turned up the radio as Mom merged onto the highway. The station was familiar, The normal soundtrack for when she had driven you and Liz around town. Aw. Liz bounced in her seat, enjoying the classic tune. The song would be old enough to vote at this point if it was a person. That was hard to believe. With Liz, the conversation livened up despite it getting later and later in the night. Aw. She told you all about her week and all the travel preparation she made. By the time she made it to the actual tale of travel itself, Liz started chuckling. On the plane, Liz had sat next to a couple of girls who had talked a lot about how well they could read people. Okay, that's a weird thing to bring up to a stranger. Just be like, yeah, we know how to read people pretty well. And I'm like, okay, good for you. That's a weird thing to be proud about. But also, why would you just randomly say this to people? Imagine you were wrong. Then you're like, you started the conversation off with a lie. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to bring up. Liz recounted their conversation with her in hilarious detail, as they had apparently tried to guess her occupation after only shaking her hand. Interesting. Neither of the girls could agree with one another, and Liz had refused to just tell them. Man, I do wonder if they got it right now. I doubt they did if they kept bickering about it. So I'm like, you're not as good as you think you are, huh? Oh well. I mean, your fault. Your fault for bragging about it, but I'm like, you're not as good as you think you are. Don't just go about this, you know? Okay. However, the drive to your hotel was only so long. Eventually, your group arrived. You yawned and got out of the car when it stopped. Cove clamored after you. Liz gave a loud sigh of relief at all the extra space she found herself with. You and Cove grabbed the luggage and then waved off your family after you said your goodbye. After they left, you and Cove went to go find your room. Oh shit, this is a nice hotel room. Look at that. Look at the couch, too. Oh, damn. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Why am I obsessed with this room? It's a hotel room. But look at it. This is so fancy. It's so fancy. You scanned the key card to unlock your hotel room. It sounded out a soft beep, and you turned the handle of the door. The door creaked open, then you craned your head in to take a look. The first thing you noticed was the large king-size bed. Holy shit, that's huge. In the middle of the room. Damn, look at this. Holy shit. It was a prim... It was a prim, modern-looking space. It seemed clean and smelled faintly like floral air freshener. A smile played on Cove's face as he watched you take in the space. The bed's nice, huh? Which one of us is gonna use it? Honestly, it's like, here we go again. I was like, really? Really? You're gonna do this now? Honey, really? I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I want to share. Really. Good. Cove let out a breath in relief that he'd been holding on to. I got a good hotel, didn't I? Yeah, you picked out a nice one. It's passable. I guess we'll manage. Thanks for handling this. I'd say it's nice. It's the same hotel I would have picked on my own. It makes sense for you to go with this one. Looks like your room at Kyra's place. Honestly, that'd be funny. Cove pouted. Oh no! He pouted exaggeratedly. Well, that room was like a good hotel room, so I guess that means this is a good hotel room. Oh, I didn't mean to make you pout, honey. I'm sorry. Man, we're both not really great at reading reading social cues in conversation. This oh, it makes me sad. You and Cove continued to chat as you settled in. You unpacked some of your stuff and checked out all the room's amenities. Ooh. Cove pointed out the mini fridge. Hell yeah. And started puzzling over what food could be ordered to the room. However, the fact was, you were both exhausted. It didn't take too many yawns before you both changed into your pajamas and called it a day. You had to hunt along the wall to locate the light switch. When you finally found it, you flicked it off with a sense of triumph. Yay! Oh, hello. Ugh. Just cleaned this too, and I cannot imagine the amount of hairs I'm getting. You turned your head over to Cove, who stood behind you in his pajamas. He was cozy and comfortable, but the pieces didn't match. You never minded that. I am exhausted. We both need our beauty rests. Cove smiled, a soft expression that was adorable. He does look fucking adorable. I love this so much. I cannot tell you why. Okay, let's go to sleep. Despite saying that it was bedtime, Cove took a step towards you. He wrapped his arms around your back and you leaned into his embrace. Aww. Then he lifted you off your feet. What? Still not putting you down. What is he doing? Cove promptly dropped himself backwards. Oof. You both crashed into the tight, tucked sheets of the hotel bed. He laughed the entire time. This is so sweet and so fucking cute. Holy shit. Oh. Cove bounced on the landing and absorbed most of the impact. You laid on his chest, feeling a little jostled. You absolute madman. You shook your head jokingly. His laughter turned into a snort. Oh, cute! Cute! Ow! Ow! He smiled up at the ceiling, a thought clearly crystallizing. Words. My dad used to do that kind of thing to me when I was little. Sort of. Nostalgia was clear in his voice. It was a fond memory, and you felt something warm in your chest. You made You made a small noise of understanding that turned into a yawn. When Cove yawned in return, you pulled at the sheets until you were actually under the blankets. Good night, Cove. Night. Don't let the bugs bite. Sweet dreams. You stuck your tongue out at him playfully. Honestly, the last one is a mood. Hey, so do you know why pigeons are called pigeons when they're actually doves? Honestly, it's so funny to me. But yeah, Cove blinked at your random tangent. Get used to it, man. It's just funny. You yawned and continued talking, your sleeping brain happy to info dump. Pigeon actually used to refer to a young cheeping bird, not like a species like it does now. Cove nodding along as you continued, seemingly interested despite the random topic. Honestly, pillow talk. Just spout out random shit. Info dump, man. It's fun. True people, the ones who genuinely like you, will always listen to you intently on your info dump, such as Cove right now. By the time you finished, he was watching you intently. Kiss his forehead. I just think it's a sweet moment. You pressed your lips to his forehead, then drew back to see his cute grin. Obviously enjoying his goodnight kiss. Oh, they're so sweet. I love them. I want more for them. I want happiness like this, man. Cove wrapped his arms around you and snuggled next to you. He let out a contented breath. You reached out to hold Cove under one arm, then used your other to comb through his hair. Oh, oh, this is so cute. It's so cute to like imagine this too. Be nice. Sorry, I feel like I'm going into like a really sad territory of like, I have no partner and I'm slightly sad about it, but you know what? I don't need one to feel complete. It'd just be nice to have. I don't know. That's it. The two of you relaxed into one another, and you knew neither of you would want to be anywhere else. I can't believe we're really here. You and Liz and everyone else are going to be here again in Sunset Bird. Are going to be here in Sunset Bird again. I was staring at all the scenery going by while we were driving here, and it honestly felt like we never left. He ran a hand down his face. I mean, in some ways it feels like it's been ages and everything's different. Some of that is definitely because I'm staying in a hotel instead of being in my room at Dad's. But, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's weird, honestly. It's so weird, it feels natural to me. I don't even know how I feel. It's exciting. I just hope things go okay. Honestly, it's weird. Cove nodded. He understood completely. I'm looking. A yawn forced an interruption into the statement. Cove was undeterred. I'm looking forward to this. Aww. Aww. Make my heart melt with this thing. Aww. It's so sweet and so cute. I am a hopeless romantic. This is my life. He tucked his head into your neck. You felt his lashes flutter close against your skin. Yeah, I can't wait. I'll see you tomorrow, Kai. Oh, his words were a whisper you barely heard. It might not have even been that exactly. You might have just been guessing. Cove always had a habit of mumbling. It was okay either way, whether you heard it or only thought you heard. The sentiment was true regardless. Cove would see you tomorrow when he opened his eyes and the sunlight returned to your hometown of Sunset Bird. You comfortably drifted off to sleep and eagerly awaited seeing Cove tomorrow as well. Oh, this is cute. Oh, okay. Your eyes gently opened to see a dim, unfamiliar ceiling. You recalled where you were, a hotel room. Yawning, your muscles felt relaxed and warm enough that sleep threatened to pull you under again. Morning. Sorry, I'm giddy whenever this happens. Cove's voice brought you back to consciousness. The heat made sense. You knew the comfortable weight against you was your fiancé. Oh, so cute. His arm was draped around you, and his fingers were lightly drawing shapes in your pajamas. You twisted over to face him fully. Morning, sleepyhead. Cove raised an eyebrow. His index finger drew a question mark on your back, pulling a giggle out of you. You knew what I meant. How long have you been up? Have you been up long? You hooked your heel around his calf and trailed up to the space behind his knee. He hummed contentedly. This is so freaking cute and like domestic and sweet. I love this. Not too long. I'm a snuggle gets his chest. Pushing into him, you squished your face into his chest. The air knocked from Cove's lung and came out in a light chuckle. Honestly, I'm like, it's just so sweet. Oh. Cove closed his eyes. His hand found the middle of your back again, and he held it there, enjoying the closeness of the moment. Neither of you were making any moves to get up and actually start the day. It was sweet and comfortable to be wrapped up in Cove. You could indulge just a little while longer. Eventually, enough time flew by that there weren't any minutes to spare. There were too many people waiting, so you both crawled out of the sheets together. Huh, it's cute. Standing up, Cove took a few seconds to stretch. He glanced over at you with an animated expression. Oh? You have animated expressions now? Okay. Happy that you're happy. Hell yeah. I'm really looking forward to your mom's anniversary dinner tonight. It's gonna be fun. I think so too. This whole trip is great, actually. Being here with everybody is having another chance at being a kid. You can do all the stuff we used to, and all the stuff we never did but wanted to. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, the world is our oyster. So I do not. No, it's good to be back. Sunset bird won't know what hit it. Cove's mouth curved into a bent smile. He tossed a pillow at you and you caught it. Should I be worried about getting thrown out of town? Or worse? Worse? Scolded. Oh, sweetheart, it's okay. Laughing, you squeezed the pillow against your chest. You shook your head. That can't stop us now. Well, we better get back to it, huh? We got a pretty full schedule ahead of us for your mom's big day. You smirked. So much for being a kid. So many responsibilities. I don't think seeing our friends really count as responsibilities, Kai. Fine, you got me there. After that, you and Cove moved around each other, busily getting dressed and ready for the day. Really wish what our sprite would look like, but also, I mean, yeah. They can't really do it if it's just us, the player, so yeah. Light laughter and chatter filled the air the entire time. Bags were packed, and phones were sought after. You suddenly tossed Cove his phone where he wouldn't be able to find it. Okay, you slapped Cove's butt as he stepped past you. That's cheeky. You somehow lost a single sock, but Cove found it behind the headboard. Honestly, though, you shook your head at Cove as he ran a hand through his hair instead of brushing it. I'm like, seriously? It's just funny. Cove peeked at you out of the corner of his eye. He combed through his hair slower this time, untangling a snarl with his thumb. Yes? Want to borrow my hairbrush? Nope! The brush was still out from you fixing your own hair. You grabbed it and dangled it near Cove. His fingers were curled into his hair, working out another knot. He made no move to take your advice, so you shrugged and left him to his methods. Of course he did that. Of course you don't want to listen to me. It's fine. I'm not mad about it. It's just funny. There's nothing else stopping either of you now. Oh, fuck. I clicked that too quickly. Sorry. So, we're gonna drive back home. It was another beautiful summer day in Sunset Bird. You couldn't resist rolling the window down so you could absorb it all during the drive. Cove sat across the street from you, near the opposite window. His gaze was locked outside, catching all the old landmarks the vehicle was passing by. Your spirits rose even higher the moment you made it home once more. So I guess we just use rideshare apps the whole time? Instead of, like, I don't know, renting a car of sorts. It's okay. Okay, that's fine. Second you made it... Oh, an excited scream nearly scared you out of your shoes. Oh my god, it's our cousin Lee! Damn, you look good. You look good. I love the outfit, love the hair. It's all so... Damn, you look good, cuz. She's so cute. I love this for you. Kai, you're here. And guess what? I'm here too. While your heart rate settled, a broad grin quickly took over your whole face. Since your cousin moved out on her own, you noticed that she really found her own groove. She was still the same loving person she's always been on the inside, but she expressed herself in new ways. Lee was strong, kind, and smart. Over the years, she graduated college with a degree in history. What are you going to do with that? Okay. The last you heard, she was pursuing her dreams, working towards getting into the music industry. Love that for you. Happy. Let's go. You can do it. I believe in you. Lee, it's so nice to see you. You look great. Can I get some warning next time you're gonna screech? He smiled. Honestly though, I'm gonna scream your names. I scream everybody's names now. I'm like, oh my god, it's you! I love this. Excited, you shouted just as loudly as she did. Lee hugged you tightly, nearly knocking you off your feet. Lee leaned to the side to glance past you and meet Cove's eye. The grin on her face widened as she waved. Hi, Cove. Hey, nice to see you, Lee. I got in practically at dawn. It was a whole thing, but at least I made it here alive. Lee exhaled and slumped her shoulders to emphasize how exhausting the ordeal was. Behind her, Liz made her way over. She crossed her arms at the scene. Damn! Liz also looks good. I love the outfit as well. I would wear it. I'm here too, in case you were wondering. I'm always wondering if you're there, somewhere. Liz's lip twitched before twisting into a smug smile. She brushed a stray hair out of her face. You make it sound like I'm always following you around. I have a life of my own if you weren't aware. I know, but when I'm home, I'm always keeping an eye out for my big sister. Old habits. How sweet. I miss the days of checking to see if someone else made it to the TV first, too. You laughed. Of course that's where her mind would go. I mean, yeah, if you only have one TV and you're both sharing and you both want to watch different things, you're just like, I gotta get there first so I can watch whatever I want and you just gotta deal with it. Ooh, another friendly shout rang out in the living room. It was as cheery as it ever was from the many times you heard it over the years. Good morning, family. Ma, yay. Your parents both came out from the side hall together. Aw, morning. Now that everyone is here, I do have a little something to mention. Ma put her hand lovingly over her wife's. Mom leaned her hand into Ma's with matching affection. Aww, so sweet. We're all still having dinner together, but Pam here actually made plans to take me out to brunch to celebrate our anniversary. Just the two of us. We can make it. Honestly, that's every time I see just the two of us, I immediately start thinking about the song that went viral on TikTok. I don't know viral, but like the song from TikTok. You know what I mean. Just the two of us. Please, she shook. One day I can learn how to read, but apparently it's not today. Please, she hooked an arm around Ma's waist. Sorry to push you out, but I'm sure this group of mature grown-ups will be able to entertain themselves for an afternoon. You don't need to find a babysitter or anything. Totally. Yeah, have fun, moms. Don't worry about it. Understood. We'll tell you all about our shenanigans at dinner. This works out, actually. An afternoon open means there's time to meet up with Terry and Randy. Hopefully they're free today. Aww, your two school friends still lived around the area. They knew you were coming to your mom's party, but when or how you might arrange to see each other wasn't set in stone. Definitely, we should call them. I have some people I'd like to say hi to as well. Liz had her cell phone in her hands, ready to get her plans made before she was even done sleeping. Speaking. Arching an eyebrow, she then directed the next part at Lee. Would you want to come along? We missed out on a lot of cousin bonding time in the past. Oh, yay! They also get to bond now. Yay! I'd love to. It would be an honor to hang out with you, Liz. Oh. I hope you both have fun. Don't worry. Fun is my specialty. Chuckling, Liz smirked. We'll try not to have all the fun. Don't get into too much trouble. God, it's like I can't read. You shook your head and Liz winked. She then glanced back at her phone and rapidly typed a new text. Wonder who she's gonna hang out with. I guess her old high school friends, I guess. Excellent. It's settled. She squeezed her wife's hand again. She squeezed her wife's hand. Her gaze took in the whole room, ecstatic to have the house full again. Today is going to be perfect. I think so too. I truly couldn't be happier with my wife, my children, and our whole beautiful family. It's already a wonderful anniversary. Aww. Aww. There were awes and sweet comments from the group gathered around the couple of the hour. So sweet. Seeing how your moms were, you couldn't help but hope that when you got to be their age, you would come to be as proud of your life as them. Honestly, same. Same. After that, you enthusiastically began setting up plans to meet up with your friends. They both were able to come see you, having kept their schedules free for this. And you couldn't wait. Yes! Yes, we got to see our besties. Let's go. Cove was also speedily sending text messages. Since you conveyed the plans to Terry and Randy, you'd imagine he was letting his parents know about what he was going to be up to. Or he was going to be up to. Words. The group continued to chat and catch up until it was time for your mom's brunch and your big meetup with your friends. Soon enough, everyone was out the door, looking forward to their fun-filled afternoon and the dinner later that night. Diner is with one N. Dinner is two. Once outside on the neighborhood street, you looked at Cove. I can read, I swear to God. I'm so frustrated at myself right now. He stood at your side with a bent smile. Terry and Randy were driving into town where you and Cove were traveling on foot to meet them at an easier to reach spot. Man, we really are kids in Sunset Bird again. Why do I keep wanting to say Sunset Boulevard? That's not what this is. That's a different thing entirely. Whew. Having to rely on other people who actually have cars to get anywhere. To really get anywhere. Now we're stuck walking to whatever is nearby. No, we're reverting back to infancy. A snort was followed by a true laughter from Cove. Teasingly, you pouted. This isn't funny, Cove. I don't want to be a baby again. I didn't realize we were regressing that seriously. He shrugged and stuck his hand in his pockets. The thought of being little again made you shiver. I couldn't go back to that. I like being me currently. I like current you too. Oh. Let's go. So cute. It's so fucking cute. I cannot tell you. You bounced forward of several steps and shot Cove a playful look over your shoulder. With that, the two of you began your trip down the old road. It was a casual stroll into town, and before you knew it, you were at one of the large parking lots in Sunset Bird. It was the one that used to have the little crepe stall. Aww. I wish it was there. Remembering the delicious smell, you got lost in thoughts. The store did well enough that it moved into a full-size building a couple years ago now. Oh, love that for them. We love an upgrade. Yes. Good for you. You'd seen the pictures. It was very cute. It was. The parking lot was now just, well, an empty lot that cars could theoretically park in. Not many took the offer. Cove pulled out his phone, texting Terry and Randy in the group chat to let them know you'd made it. Someone must have answered already because Cove gave you a status update while still staring at the screen. Oh, nice. Randy texted, I can see you. Okay, that's a little creepy. Oh, real. The blare of a car horn cut you off. Oh, Well, damn. You and Cove both turned towards the source of the noise. One of the windows rolled down. Hey, buddies! Terry and Randy! Hey! Your friends had arrived, making a spectacle of it, as expected. Being the only car meant that they got the pick of the lot, so he pulled to a stop in front of you. The window closed back up, and instead, the two front doors popped open. Terry and Miranda stepped out onto the pavement. Oh, Miranda looks so cute! Oh my god! I can't wait to see Terry. Hi, Cove. Hi, Kai. With a cheery wave, Miranda skipped towards you. Terry, on the other hand, walked speedily over to Cove, squeezing him into a hug. A quiet laugh escaped Cove, along with the majority of the air in his lungs. He didn't fight the constriction, but instead gave Terry's back a pat with a large grin spreading across his face. God, I'm like struggling to read so much. Oh my god, Terry looks so good! I love the hair. I love the hair for you. This is a nice outfit. This is a nice, comfortable outfit, too. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy you can be your authentic self. Oh my god, I love this for you. I love this. Ah! When he let Cove go, Terry came right up to you. He held his fist up for you to bump it. I gotta hug my buddy. I love him. Sidestepping his fist. My god. I'm frustrated with myself. I can't read. Sidestepping his fist, you wrapped Terry in a big hug. He held you back tightly, rocking you back and forth excitedly. Oh, I love these guys. Oh, it felt so nice to have your friend group reunited as adults. So cute. Terry was currently a full-time lifeguard down at the busier beach a town over. You were proud of him. He helped a lot of people in his line of work. Oh, love that for you. In the recent years, you and Terry were able to form an even closer bond. It was reassuring to have a friend who knew what it was like to go through changing parts of their identity. Oh, love that for them. You could go to him for understanding, and you knew that Terry felt the same about you. Hey, I went with like non-binary they-them pronouns for this, so honestly, love this. Miranda took Cove's hand and yours in the other, her eyes alight. She gave you both a gentle squeeze. I'm so happy to see you again. I'm happy to see you too. It's nice when you're able to meet up with old friends as an adult. Because, it's hard to like figure stuff out because you're all so busy and you're trying to like live your life, but also it's like, you're busy, I'm busy, I'm not going to be here, I'm going to be out of town, or it's a lot of work trying to meet up with friends again as an adult, or even make friends, but it's nice to have moments like this. Hi, Terry. Hi, Miranda. He answered assuredly. It was clear he was equally glad to see them. Blech. This reunion was long awaited. Ooh. Don't feel great. That's not a fun feeling. It's fine. We can continue for at least the next hour. We'll see how I go. For a while, Miranda had been working hard as an assistant at a school while continuing her own education. Oh. She also kept busy running a small online shop, selling crafted knickknacks she made. Oh, so cute. It's been forever, honestly. I know. I shouldn't let either of you go. Don't you want to stick around here forever? Randy, we can't stay like this forever. How will you create art with both your hands in use? Okay, I'll give you your hands back. Miranda released your hands. Giggling, she eyed you both carefully. So, how have you been? Things have been nice. Everything is perfect. Honestly, everything is perfect. It's just so sweet. I love this. I'm happy. I'm like overly happy while playing this. I can tell. You're sparkling. Standing up straighter, you felt a surge of pride for yourself. You were really happy with where it was taking you in life and where the trajectory seemed like it was taking you. I'm really glad for you. Honestly, thank you. What about you? I'm super. Terry sidled up next to Miranda as he put his arm around her shoulder. Sighing dreamily, Randy chuckled up at her boyfriend. Yeah. Things have been unbelievable. Aww. Aww. He pressed his cheek against Miranda's, and she let out a light squeak. The sight put an amused grin on your face. Your friends made a wonderful couple. They knew each other well and cared about each other so much. I was calling it from the beginning. I assumed that these two would have feelings. Like they would get together. I love them together. They're so cute. It was no shock at all when you heard the news they'd start dating. Oh, man. Two couples, man. We just coupled up together. Oh, no. Did we become, like, the friends? Oh, no. We became the people, like, from Friends. Somehow we're all coupled up. I mean, -1, but still. Even number. We both... And there's coupled. What are words? What am I saying? Okay, let's just read and play. The corner of your mouth curled up playfully while you took in the warm welcomes all around. At times, it was still kind of funny how your group of 4 friends evolved into 2 couples. Not that you were complaining about it. You thought it was an amazing thing. It is fun. It's fun. I love this. Cove then pulled out his phone and peeked at the screen. He repeated the motion every so often. He raised a curious brow at his unusual behavior. Cove was too focused on whatever he was doing to even notice you noticing him, which was even stranger. What are you looking at, honey? What's going on? Is there anything either of you want to do while we're here? Any place you'd want to see? I'd be up for a lot of things, but actually, there is something that I want to do right here. Oh yeah? What's that? Terry poked at Cove's arm playfully. Miranda met your eye, silently asking if you had any idea what Cove was talking about. You shrugged. I don't know. I just want to see my friends. Aw. Huh? Cove, you're already doing that. True, but I could be doing it even more. What do you mean? Huh? I'm confused. What? Huh? I'm so confused. Okay. You, Terry, and Miranda all turned to Cove with identical incredulous expressions. His stare moved to a point past you 3, and you heard the scrape of sand and gravel underfoot. Who could it be? Oh, who could it be? My mind is blanking on who could this be. Who else? Honestly, Derek, maybe? I don't know. Someone else stepped into the parking lot. Startled, you jumped at the call of the warm voice shouting over. It is! It's Derek! Sup, guys, gals, and pals? Hey! I didn't know you were still here. Damn! Hot damn! I kind of forgot about you for a bit. Running a hand through his hair, the person who crossed the lot was unmistakably Derek Suarez, who was beaming the whole way. It's been too long, even though it actually hasn't been that long, but long enough. Wow, I'm so glad you're here. That's a relief. Chortling, you shook your head. Derek's eyes squished shut when he left out a hearty laugh. You're always welcome around us. Honestly, yeah, we're all friends, aren't we? I know. Thanks. I missed you. He spoke to you gently. Oh, you were thrilled just being here, reunited with him. Derek was a good friend of yours, and he had been for a long time. Hey. He waved over to Terry and Miranda pleasantly. Over the years, they had met several times in passing, simply through being friends with the same people. Sup, big man? Hi, it's great you could come. Cove put himself next to Derek. Happy, he clapped a hand on his friend's shoulder. Hi, thanks for coming. Aw, the gang's all back together. This is cute. Of course. Thanks for inviting me. Sheepishly, Cove looked back at you and the others. That's when it clicked in your mind. It wasn't his parents that he was texting earlier. It was Derek the entire time. Derek is in town for a few months to help my dad and his dad with some work. Yep, I'm working on my own business thing too, but I'm still involved with running the scuba shop when it's called for. Nifty. Very nifty, as the dialogue would say. Humming, Cove elbowed Derek elbowed Cove. Bleh. But hey, we don't have to stand around here for my sake. What's the plan? Let's hit the town. Let's go, bitches. Okay, let's go. Okay, honestly. Okay, eager to get going, everyone piled into Terry's car. The rest of the afternoon was spent visiting spots all over Sunset Bird, laughing and reminiscing the whole way. Oh, we don't actually get to see what we do? Oh well, it's fine. Once it started to get late, Terry brought you and Cove back to the neighborhood. You didn't have to walk there after all. You didn't get out until promises were made to see each other again before your trip ended. Yay. Love that for us. Let's go. Side by side, you and Cove stood in the street and waved at the car as it drove away. Terry tapped the horn for 2 honks, while Miranda stuck her hand out the window to wave back. You caught Derek in the back window, giving you both a wide grin. Cute. Cute. Whew. Sighing, as soon as the car turned down another street, they were finally out of sight. Well, that was one party. Time for another. Ready to go see your moms? Of course. It's far too early to hop off the party train. Cove raised his eyebrows before letting out a hearty laugh. He nodded in the direction of the house. Lead the way, conductor. Choo choo. I love that we can still be goofy together. It's very sweet. Spirits high, you and Cove crossed the distance to your house. It was almost time for the anniversary dinner. You barely stepped over the threshold of the condo before Ma descended, eagerly welcoming you both. The usual greetings were followed by questions of everyone's well-being, after which the conversation moved on to excited chatter about tonight's dinner plans. Cove excused himself to the restroom to freshen up before being on the move again. Oh, you changed outfits. I love this shirt. I love the birds cascading from one side to the other, and then it's just wrapped around that arm. Oh. He also has abs. Did not realize that. Good for him. I know he's buff, but damn, I didn't realize it would be that deep of a V. Okay. But when he returned, you were shocked to see he had entirely changed outfits. Honestly, what? Where did that come from? I packed it with me so I could get dressed before dinner without having to go back to the hotel. Didn't you? Or maybe you still have your stuff here at your mom's place. Cove, I hate to break it to you, but no. I didn't do something crazy like that. But your mom's party. It's at the country club. Yeah, and so are middle-aged folks in Hawaiian shirts. What's your point? It'll be different if we're going to one of the club's parties, but we're only going for a regular meal. I was like, we're going to a regular meal. Don't really need to dress up, buddy. Cove was as befuddled by your explanations as you were with his actions. He threw his arms up, desperate for understanding. How can you not dress up nicely for a country club? I don't think the Cypress is as special as you decided it is. You saw Ma. She wasn't in formal clothes, and she's one of the guests of honor. His frown wobbled, and his cheeks became far pinker. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to burst your bubble. Oh, but you do look very cute. I'm sorry. Oh, his frown wobbled, and his cheeks became far pinker. He looked down at his own self regrettably as he pulled at the cuff ends of his shirt. He seemed more like a scolded child than a grown man dressed for the latest charity gala. Aw. I thought she was gonna get changed while you and me were. Ma? No way. She needed a lot more time than that. Well, it's okay. You look very nice. You're such a cutie. I love how much of an idiot you are. No, that's not gonna work out. You shrugged. No comment needed. Honestly, though. We're such a cutie. Honestly, you're so sweet. It's so cute. They were like, we gotta dress up nicely for this thing. It's fine. Dude, it's not that fancy, but aw, you don't need to be embarrassed. You look very nice. You're so cute. Cove could only sigh, fully embarrassed. Cove's eyes stole a glance at the hall, as if he was calculating if he had time for another quick change. Unfortunately for him, it was not meant to be. The time to head out came far quicker than you'd expected. Aw. Oh! Okay! Mr. Holden and Kyra swung by the condo to make sure everything was in order. And, for your second surprise that night, Mr. Holden was also in formal clothes. This is just funny. Cole's face went excitedly towards yours at the same time Mr. Holden's went to Kyra's. The two men pointed at one another. See? He knows. Like father, like son, I guess. Exactly, sport. Kyra was talking to me like I was crazy. You and her thought alike in terms of the Holden boy antics. The aforementioned Kyra placed a hand delicately yet dramatically across her eyes. She was like, Clifford, our son only knows this because you are the one who raised him. Mr. Holden chuckled, his arm moving to scratch the back of his neck. Yeah, that's my boy. Of course you do. Ends of Cove's mouth gently bent up. He truly was his father's kid, in more ways than he even realized. Or more ways than even he realized. They may be the only ones in the group, potentially the only guests at the entire club, all gussied up, but at least they can take solace in one another. That looked to be good enough for them. Okay. Whew, I am struggling. It's fun. All the members of your family headed out at the same time to the cypress. It was to be the perfect reunion. An impeccably smart An impeccably smart host greeted you on arrival, smoothly leading the way to the set of tables reserved for your group. Once you had all settled in, chosen drinks were poured into delicate glasses. The food would be coming out later, letting you soak up the atmosphere for a little longer. This does look like a nice setting, and it makes sense why you would think, like, oh, we're going to a country club. Probably should dress up, right? Like, it makes sense. Honestly, I don't understand why we didn't dress up at least a little nicer, but who am I to say anything, I guess? Game logic is game logic that I don't understand. Let's read. Let's continue this. Smiling, your parents... I swear to God I can read. I'm just struggling so much right now. I'm so sorry. This is so bad. Smiling, your parents faced the group of familiar faces, all gathered here together to to share this special day with them. Aww. Mom reached over and took Ma's hand, clasping it between both of hers. Oh my God. Thanks for being here tonight, gang. Marrying this lady right here is the best thing I've ever done, and there's no one else I want to celebrate that with. Aw. Yes, we're so lucky. Not only do we have each other, but we've got such a large, loving family through all of you. Aww. Around you, you heard people saying, "Aw," and chuckled appreciatively at the comment. Lee had, Lee had clasped her hands tightly in front of her, her eyes shining. Aw. No, it's so sweet. Your eyes met Liz's misty ones. Oof. And the affection she had for her mom's carried over to you too. Aww! Aww! I love this! Guys, it's so cute! Wait! Honestly! Aww! Oh, I love this! I love this pic. Look at them. This is such a cute moment, man. Okay, let me just... There we go. Guys, it's so sweet. Oh. Huh? What happened? You return your attention towards the happy couple just as they leaned in to kiss, smiling all the way. Oh. Oh. Oh, I want to cry. This is so fucking sweet. Ah! The table responded with cheers and clapping. Shouts of happy anniversary and others' congratulations continued even after they'd broken apart. Mom beamed as she watched Ma giggle dreamily. Aw, I love them. I love them. Then her eyes met yours across the table. And of course, it won't be too much longer before we're celebrating another marriage. I'm so sorry. This makes me go giggly. I'm just like, oh. She leaned eagerly over the table towards you and Cove. Your fiance blushed, yet he still grinned proudly at the suggestion. Yeah, when is that happening? With how long you've known each other, it's a miracle you've had the willpower to hold off on officially tying the knot already. Oh no. I see what's gonna happen. Wait, will we actually get to play through the wedding in this? I'm so curious now. I hope so. Okay, let's see. Liz smirked. You'd known that face since childhood. It meant trouble. Yeah. Wait much longer and I'll and I'll start taking bets for real on when it'll happen. I missed my chance with the proposal. The group bursted into laughter. Cove, who only stopped pouting long enough to take an angry chug of his drink, did not join in. Honestly, I'm like, oh. You placed your hand over Cove's in solidarity. The teasing was good-natured, but it never failed to rile him up. Unfortunately for him, his guaranteed reactions probably made him a more frequent target of such jokes. Still, you knew it was easy enough for him to bounce back from, especially with a little support from you. I mean, no. Predictably, a smile already began to appear on his face again. We'll see, guys. We'll see. You just gotta wait a little bit. We'll see. Just gotta wait. The waiters reappeared, delivering delicious plates of food, and the dinner began in earnest. What I'm gonna do. Yeah, there we go. See, if there's nothing happening up there, I'm gonna keep that up. 35, so close yet so far. One day, we'll get there. I believe we can get there soon. As of right now, we're just having some chill times trying to finish this game. Both conversation and laughter continued to flow freely as the night went on, with the two families relishing the opportunity to be together once more. Eventually, after your hunger and thirst had been fully satisfied, the plates were cleared and the event began to draw to a close. Cliff and Kyra exchanged goodbyes with their family before heading out together. Cove gave his goodbye to his parents while hanging back until your moms were ready to head off. You were getting a lift back with your moms. Oh, love that. It was already late, so you discussed the possibility of going straight to the hotel rather than going back to the condo. But Cove have asked if they mind taking him back to the neighborhood. He wanted to visit it a little longer. Okay. Whatever you want, honey. Honestly. We'll see what happens. Your moms had happily agreed. Liz and Lee were feeling tired, so your moms swung by their hotels during the trip home, while you and Cove made the full journey with them. Riding in the back of your mom's car with Cove felt a little more than nostalgic. As your eyes drifted over to him, his head resting on the window, it was hard to believe how much time had passed. Mom stretched as she got out of the car, smiling over her shoulder as she headed towards the house. Time to put my feet up. You two joining us? Cove shook his head. What's happening? No thanks. It's your anniversary. You don't have to entertain me. I'll take a walk. It's never any trouble to have you over, Cove. Let him do as he please, Lonnie. But you better not stay out too much later, or there'll be trouble. Mom! Mom! Okay, I see how it is. It's okay, Mom. Ma chuckled as Mom waggled a finger. Her expression exaggeratedly severe as she reprised that role that, in truth, she never really played. Neither of your parents had been particularly harsh as you'd grown up. Ma joined in the act. Don't go too wild just because there's no school tomorrow. Okay, that's cute. Aw. It's real cute. Laughing, they made their way inside, leaving you standing outside in the dark street with Cove. You didn't even need to ask him why. You already had the answer for this. He wasn't ready for the day to end. Without a word, Cove began to stroll down the street. Stroll down the road! Down the road! Down the road! I'm fine. I can say this. You walked alongside him. You'd known your destination long before you arrived on the dark long before you arrived on the dark and utterly deserted beach. There were no lights down here, nothing but the moon and the stars for illumination. The only sounds were the gentle waves rolling in and out, and the soft sounds of footprints you left in the sands. In other words, it was perfect. Cove stepped out into the waves without a word. He looked up at the sky with a smile, then ducked his head down and began to pull his fancy shirt off. Honestly. Oh! Hi! Was not expecting that. Okay. Woo! Okay. Oh man, I know he's a cartoon character, and technically speaking, we are together. He's my fiance, but woo! Woo! Was not expecting that. Woo! 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 I feel like I'm blushing like a summer brat over here. Woo! He tucked it over his head and lobbed it backwards, further up the beach, just out of reach of the waves. Okay. I didn't know I'd be getting a show. I mean, okay, no, I need you to see his reaction because it's funny. It is funny. Look at him. He's like, oh. Okay. Cove froze. His arm still raised from when he'd thrown his shirt. Slowly, he came back to life, stiffly pulling his arm down. Oh no! Your commentary made him self-conscious. Oh no! I'm so sorry, honey. I didn't mean to. Laughing, you clapped your hands in delight at his awkwardness. Oh, it's just funny. Cove slipped his dress pants off and tossed them back in roughly the same direction as his shirt. He was down to just his polka dot boxer briefs. Oh my god. Dude! Was not expecting this. No. Okay. Sometimes you were really struck by the ways in which he was braver than his younger self. This was definitely one of those times, honestly. Whoa. Did not expect this, but I'm not mad. Whoa, it's warm in here. Is it just me? Oof. He never, ever would have done this when you were both living on the street. But you also know he still wouldn't do this with anyone other than someone he'd spent all those years with. You thought it was so wild that Cove was actually going to swim. No. I assume I'm wearing a dress, honestly. So I'm going to take off our dress so we could swim with him too. Cove waded further into the water until it came up to his chest. You unfastened your clothes and left them behind you, just as Cove had done moments before. You didn't even bother to see where they'd fallen before following him deeper into the sea. Cove grinned as you approach. I'm gonna be in so much trouble with my moms when we get back. Yeah? Oh well. Think fast. No! He splashed water at you as soon as the words left his mouth, giving you no time to prepare. No! Oh, it's cute, but Oh, wait. There we go. The splash had caught you full on, leaving you sputtering and drenched. I'm splashing him back. Seeing what you were doing, Cove put his hands up for protection. It was no use. The water washed over him, leaving his hair soaked through. Cove sighed, then looked at you mournfully. Oh. Mournfully? What? The sudden shift in mood alarmed you, but those worries disappeared as soon as he opened his mouth. We're still not merfolk. The world is cruel. Aw, sweetheart. You snickered. After a moment, Cove's mock sadness broke and he joined in. Oh, sweetheart. You scared me for a moment there. Jeez. Oh, I thought something actually genuinely made you sad. And I don't like you, and I don't really like when you get sad. I want to make you happy. You know? It's okay. The two of you wound up drifting further down along the shoreline, chatting and enjoying the chance to be back on the beach that had provided the backdrop for so much of your childhood. Eventually, a silhouette of structure appeared up ahead. As you drew closer, you realized it was the old playground. Aw. Cove spotted it too and hurried towards it, dragging himself out of the water, heading into the park. Oh my god! It's so cute! Man, things really don't change. Wet sand coated his feet and lower legs with every step, clinging thickly enough that it began to resemble a bizarre pair of boots. It's funny. As you followed him, you wondered how many visitors this little park got these days. There are officially no children living in that neighborhood now. Aw, that's sad. Cove gazed at his surroundings in wide-eyed awe. He didn't care at all that he was soaking wet and dressed only in his underwear. Crouching, he gently pushed one of the child-sized swing seats, marveling at it all. I can't believe how tiny everything is. Were we seriously small enough to use these? He shook his head, unable to fathom how little you both been when you first met. Then walked over to the monkey bars. Once, these had been a challenge for you. Now they were little more than waist height next to Cove. Damn. It's amazing to see what happens, but also I'm like, I could never imagine the idea of being like, oh my god, this is how tiny it used to be. And I'm like, yeah, I have not grown in height since I was 12, and I'm okay. I still fit into child-sized stuff. No, not anymore. My body's definitely a different shape now. And it was then definitely wider. Say that much. But it's crazy to think about when you grow up and then you go back to you go back to places like that where you're just like, huh, I once was able to fit in that and now I can't. You're just like, wow, I really have gotten older. Crazy. It's crazy to think about those times or when that happens. Cove turned his back to the bars and hopped onto them with ease, sitting on them comfortably. Honestly, we're gonna lean against the bars. It was strange seeing adult Cove juxtaposed to the baby playground. This place had been so exciting to Cove back when he first arrived, and apparently it still was to this day. Cove smiled eagerly as you approached, kicking his feet in the air happily, briefly forgetting the low vantage point until the tip of his toe dragged along the ground. He continued to swing his feet with a little more care. He thought it was adorable. It does sound adorable. I'm like, aw, I still make you like giddy like this. It's so cute. Wait, I keep wanting to like show the follower goals, but then realizing like, oh, you probably not being able to see everything, but like still, aw, it's cute. I still make him feel giddy like a kid that he can do this. It's so cute. In this moment, you were home. It just so happened to be the place you'd grown up, but really, anywhere you could be with Cove was that for you. Aw. He had held a special place in your heart for so long, and so much of your life had been shared. It's so sweet. You'd grown up on the same street, which had given you some common ground, but it went far beyond that. You had both chosen from a young age to share your life with each other. You wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, here we are again. Looks like it. The mood had shifted now. The funny, impulsive night beach trip, with a spike of adrenaline that came from you playing in the water under the moonlight, had settled into something quieter and more nostalgic. Cove leaned back, tilting his head towards the sky to admire the stars above. The dinner was really nice. It was great to do all this. The smile he had when he spoke those words fell as quickly as it had appeared. What's wrong? It went by so fast. We all came out here for the party, and it's over. Liz, Lee, our parents, we'll all be going back to our own things now. But what else can you do except say it's okay? Yeah, guess it's a part of growing up. Aw, this place and these people, they're our foundation. It's shaped who we are now, like making castles out of sand. I owe a lot to Sunset Bird. His eyes crinkled fondly, and Cove's voice was gentle when he spoke again. We had a good childhood, I think. Aw. We're really lucky. Yeah, you're right. He shook his head, sighing heavily. I mean, yeah, it is all part of growing up. You just kind of learn to roll with the punches and just see what happens. All right. His smile took on an uncharacteristically hard twist. Oh, you had a feeling where this was going. I'm a little nervous. You better get home before your dumb parents, who don't know anything, get mad. You better get home before your dumb parents, who don't know anything, can get mad. You had to laugh at the half-hearted impression of the sour kid you once encountered in this very park. It's just funny. He chuckled along with you for a moment before tapering off. I hope we don't get grounded. The jokes kept coming. Aww, I love that we get to joke around like this. It's just so sweet. You're just like, gotta get home before Mom realizes we're out again. Oh no. Ow. I hit my elbow on there. Oh, that actually really hurt. Oh, it's fine. It was very amusing to imagine that not only could your mom somehow ground you, as a fully grown and independent adult, but their powers extended over Cove as well. Oh no! Now that you're almost officially a part of the family, my moms have a jurisdiction over you. Oh no! Oh no! We gotta go. We gotta make sure they can't find us. Ah! As much as you were enjoying being back here, Cove was right. You had to accept that you needed to go now. It was late and your moms were still expecting to see you before you got a ride back to the hotel. Oh no. We're still wet and we have sand all over us. This is not going to end well for anyone. Cove hopped down from the bars, landing easily on the ground only a short distance below. Before you could return, you had some clothes to retrieve from the beach. You retrod the same path, following the footsteps down to the shore you'd left in the sand only a little while earlier. Once you and Cove scrounged up your abandoned clothes, you started to walk up the old path home, side by side. Oh man, we're still not putting the clothes on, so it's just like, ah! Sorry, moms, we didn't mean to. It's fine, it's fine. Droplets of water slipped down your skin and fell onto the road as you made your way back to your mom's house. We're just wet and in our underwear. This is just funny. As you and Cove were still soaked and sandy from your earlier adventure, it was likely that you were leaving quite a trail in your wake. But you'd seen Cove's bedroom growing up. It was only natural for him. The air was slightly humid and already pleasantly dense with moisture that felt like a hug as it closed around you. Any damp footprints that were left behind would take longer to dry in this weather. The signs of your adventure might even be visible when the sun came up the next day. You hope so. You quite like the idea of you and Cove leaving your mark on your hometown again, even if only for a little while. Despite being soaked through and mostly underdressed, the balmy summer night prevented you from feeling any chill. You were entirely comfortable. In truth, you felt warm inside and out. The day had been so lovely, spending time with friends and family, and your eyes drifted over to Cove. Cove Holden, your fiancé. Just seeing him brought a smile to your face. Aw. Aw. I love you. I always want to be with you. Cove, you make me so happy. You're truly my other half. Or I'm saying, no. Honestly, you're truly my other half. Honestly. It's just the truth about how I feel for this moment. Cove turned to you, his eyes wide and adoring, and he bit his lip as he smiled shyly. You could tell your words had touched him. I feel the same way exactly. He held your gaze a moment longer, looking straight at you as he spoke again. I'll love you forever. Oh. Yeah, I was like, oh, I got to kiss him. It just seems like such a perfect moment for this to happen, you know? I'm just like, you'll love me forever? How could I not have my heart burst at that mention, man? Catching him by the hand, you stopped Cove in his tracks and pulled him closer. Your heart somersaulted as your lips met. At this moment, with the quiet seaside town at rest, it felt like it was just the two of you in the world. Cove returned the kiss, gently cradling your head with his hand until you broke apart. You were full of joy. All of the concerns and the day-to-day stresses of normal life were squeezed out by it. All you can think in that moment was how wonderful your life was. Every second and every day needed to end sometime, and that time had nearly come for tonight. You had needed to get some rest and to bring it all to a close. And so, the two of you went inside to say goodnight to your moms, as well as clean up as best as you could. Your moms, both in pajama ready for their own sleep, hooted with laughter as you came inside, disheveled and damp, and their teasing continued until the car came to get you to the hotel. Cove stayed silent as he put his casual clothes on again, placing the formal ones back in the bag he brought them in. You'd given your mom and mom plenty of material for a mock scolding, and you got a playful lecture about not getting into the water without bothering to change first. Blah, 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 blah. You just grinned at your partner in crime, feeling like a naughty kid again. It had been worth it. It's very sweet. By the time you and Cove finally dragged yourselves to your hotel room for the night, the sky had been dark for some time, and the lonely hotel hallways were quiet. The late hour made you feel a sense of fulfillment. You were really making the most of your trip. It was such an odd thought that It was such an odd thought that this was almost over. You had settled into this new routine naturally. The familiar streets and faces had made everything easy to get used to. The two of you drowsily shuffled past an ice machine and into your room. Cove set his phone on the bedside table, and you followed suit. You both started settling in for the night. There. Okay. The hotel room was a welcome sight after your long day. You noticed Cove rub the back of his neck and yawn. His voice was quiet and distant. I hope the pet sitter is doing good. This wish wasn't exactly directed at you. It was just a sleepy thought that Cove had unleashed upon the world at large, but you still agreed. I hope so. That sitter is watching some of the best animals on the planet. Cove still kept fish after all these years. Delightful, wonderful things in huge aquariums. He spent a lot of time when he just wanted to relax, just watching them swim. Aww. You had also adopted a pet who you loved dearly. Your home was a lovely place full of critters that you both cared for. That is why, with both of you gone, it had been important to find a decent pet sitter. Cove's anxiety about leaving them hadn't subsided. Over the vacation, you had caught him a few times texting the pet sitter and asking about his fish. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Don't worry. I got this, you know? Cove turned his head to you, the nervousness still coming off despite his exhaustion. Remember? You gave that pet sitter such an in-depth fish orientation that they knew all of their names. And most of the fish are practically identical. Cove laughed, instantly lighter. You nodded in satisfaction. Mission accomplished. I made my partner feel better. Let's go. I'm happy. Cove yawned widely. He seemed confused by the magnitude of it. He groggily blinked at you. I think it's time for bed. That is a great thought. You yawned and then raised an eyebrow at Cove for making you catch his. He gave a little smile, but ended up yawning again. I think so too. The two of you got changed and brushed your teeth. In no time at all, both of you were cozy and ready to sleep. After that, you flopped onto your side of the share bed. Cove headed over to his side, and you felt the mattress dip under his weight. So I'm guessing we're the small spoon then? And we're not facing each other, we're just kind of like side to side spooning? I guess, yeah. I have to think about this actually. I'm like, Okay. You tucked yourself under the covers, and Cove snuggled in closer to the middle. You turned on your side to face him, scooting slightly closer. Your noses almost touched, and Cove watched you with a soft expression on his face. Cove gently spoke, his words like a lullaby. Good night, Kai. You have a good night, too. Alright. Cove's eyes fluttered shut, and he let out a contented sigh. There's a warmth from Cove's body next to you. He was right there. Either his presence was comforting, perfect for lulling you to sleep, or his presence was alluring. You really wanted your hands on him. How do I want to go about this? How do I want to go about this? He seems like he really wants to sleep, so we should probably sleep. But also, I'm like, we could be cheeky about this, you know? Okay. I kind of want to go with the second one because I think it's funny. We're going to go with it. I want to see your reaction to me. I don't know why I'm deviously laughing at this. There's no reason to, but I just want to see. Your hand drifted over Cove's, and you ran your fingers up his arm, across his shoulder, and finally to his face. Cove trembled at the gesture. You cradled his cheek, and his eyes opened slightly to peek at you, unsure. Are you tired? Are you tired? As nice as it was to be near him, you understood he might not be in the mood. You wouldn't mind if you both went to sleep instead. Cove mumbled into the hotel blanket. I mean, not anymore. Excuse me, I'm like overly excited for this. Ooh, it's hot in here. Let's go. Your eyebrows lifted. He flushed as a growing excitement replaced any previously held plans to rest. You leaned forward and lightly kissed his lips. He pecked you back affectionately. You could feel the smile. You could feel his smile and his affection. He rolled slightly so he was fully on his side and had better range of motion. With the new freedom of his arm, he reached over to stroke the back of your head. When the first kiss ended, you immediately started another, then another. Cove stopped running his fingers down your hair to hold your head closer. I guess we're doing this. I'm not reading out these actions. You can just watch this. We're like, I'm being cheeky about this. I don't know why I'm like, woof, you know? You snaked your arms around Cove and pulled him as close to you as you could. You savored the heat of his body against you. You pressed into Cove as long as you could manage before needing air. He responded just as desperately. You tangled your legs across Cove. You needed to get even closer. He twisted his arms around your back and kissed the corner of your mouth. You tugged and pulled at Cove's soft pajamas. It stretched under your fingers. Cove started to run a hand through your hair again, sweetly carding through the strands. It was a never-ending reassurance that he was here and he cared about you. You bent over Cove, the covers wrapping around you, and kissed all the way across the side of his neck. Cove squirmed under your touch and made a new pleased sound with every touch. You You pressed your chest against his and toyed with his earlobes, peppering it with soft little bites. Cove spoke breathily, inaudible words against the crook of your neck. Cove happily looked back at you before he bent his torso so that he was in a position more over you. He kissed you and ran his tongue across the bottom of your lip. You kissed him back eagerly, encouraged further. This is just funny. You slid your hand down his back, lingering and caressing as you pleased. However, your touch had a purpose, and you kept going until you grabbed his butt. A shiver went through him, and he gripped your pajamas harder. You smiled at the curve of his lips. Cove twisted his head towards his pillow and squished his face into it, letting out a sigh. You smiled and snuggled up against him, both of you starting to settle from the heated moment. Cove's face remained pressed into the pillow, and you watched his chest rise and fall visibly with his deep inhales. But his arms stayed around you, holding you close. When his breathing slowed, he shifted back over and met your eyes. Cove nuzzled his cheek against you lovingly and whispered, "You really shouldn't stay up all night, huh?" You accepted Cove's judgment. He was right. You both needed your sleep for tomorrow. You're curled up comfortably in each other's arms, actually ready to settle down for the night. Your eyes fell closed sometime after. You're not exactly sure when, only the fact that they are now too heavy to open. You felt a mixture of bitter and sweet emotions. You were happy to be here, but sad it was ending. There was relief that you would soon be in your own home again, but also wondering when you could return here. There were many more feelings swirling around in your head that hadn't even crystallized into thoughts yet. Paradoxically, you felt nice, but also confused, but then also nice from the confusion. In the back of your mind, you realize you really must be tired. Unsurprisingly, your exhaustion didn't give you too much time to muse on your emotions. In what felt like seconds, you were already dreaming. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just like, sorry. I see the words and I'm like, I'm sorry, that was so the dreams dancing around your head became fragmented and faded until you couldn't remember a thing about them at all. You were growing more aware of the real world. Honestly, somebody's gotta wake me up. It can't be me. I cannot be bothered to wake up on my own. You woke up feeling enveloped by warmth. Humming happily, you felt Cove's fingers trail up your arm. Honestly, let's just sleep again, please. You nuzzled into his chest, letting out a delighted sigh. The warmth of your breath sent a shiver through his body. You wrapped your arm around him, holding him there. Not that Cove minded too much. He happily held you back. The sleepy morning couldn't last too long, though, and eventually you felt Cove's thumb running circles into your shoulder, trying to ease you back awake. I don't want to leave either, but it's got to be done. We have to get up, Kai. Once we get past today, we can spend as much time in bed together as you want, okay? Your eyes snapped open at that, and your grip on him tightened as you tilted your head to look up at him. His mouth curled playfully. It's like, oh, okay. All right. Cheeky. Let's see how it is. You sat up fully with a big yawn, stretching your back, then your arms, and lastly your neck before accepting the day. The blankets fell to the side when you swung your legs over the side of the bed. A part of it almost caught on your foot, but you kicked it away. Cove slipped out of the bed on the opposite side. Today would be your last day in Sunset Bird. The only thing you had planned was some family time in the old neighborhood. You'd figured you'd see where the day took you from here. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do now. Yeah. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to today's stream. Okay, I have officially done that. Thank you for coming to today's stream. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. We are so close to finishing this game. When that happens, we're gonna probably do What Remains of Edith Finch next. And then we're gonna go check out some fan games that thankfully somebody, I think Smoking Otter gave, but I don't remember. I have the document, so we are gonna check out some fan games together soon. Thank you guys for coming to today's stream. I love and appreciate you all so much more than words could ever admit. And honestly, thank you for all the support. Hopefully, we can get to 35 soon. I hope we do, so that we can do some Hogwarts personality quizzes together. See how that goes. Who knows where I end up being? I don't think I am at all a Hufflepuff, though. I can guarantee that much. I do not think I am a Hufflepuff. But we'll see. And who knows? Maybe we can find out what you collectively chat will be as well. Thank you for coming to today's stream. We're going to continue our life tomorrow. I like when we have our chill streams. It's fun for me. Honestly. And it does kind of hurt my throat trying to read everything, but I'll try my best. So, thank you for coming to today's stream. If you haven't hit the follow button already and you'd like to, if you've enjoyed anything that's happened today and you haven't already, please hit the follow button. Join us. Join us here on this fun Twitch channel. If you're watching this over on YouTube, thank you so much for watching the whole video. I hope you consider hitting the like and subscribe button so you can see all of the past VODs that I've done, as well as, watch whatever future VODs I post. In June, though, YouTube, watch out. You're going to get some very specified content only for you. So, keep an eye out for that. And if you want to follow me on other social media platforms, they are all linked in my bio. You can follow me over on TikTok. I mostly mess around with TikTok filters. Occasionally do mini vlogs, shopping hauls, and mystery unboxings. You can follow me over on Instagram. I will post that eventually, that new post I have available. But follow me over on Instagram. I mostly post about my Funko Pop collection. Occasionally, I'll repost some stuff from TikTok as well, just whatever I decide to do. That's Funkos_OMI. Again, obviously, we have the Twitch channel, Kaya_OMI. Streaming all the time. Well, streaming Wednesday through Friday. You could also try to follow me over on YouTube. I post all of the VODs, so any past streams that I've done and you want to watch what I've done in the past and they're not available here on Twitch, you can find all of it over on YouTube. They're usually posted the same day. And if you're feeling a little spicy and you want to see an account that I haven't actually really posted anything on for a hot bit, you can follow me over on Tumblr at Kai-OMI. That's there for you. It's mostly just me fangirling about a project that I haven't... Yeah, a project that I was watching and now I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this now. Anyway, thank you all for coming today. I really hope you had fun on today's stream. I love and appreciate you all so much. I'm going to transition you over to some music now. I hope to see you tomorrow. Okay, guys. Bye!